Hi there and welcome. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. And if you're my previous and subscribers, welcome. My celestial stargazers. If you're new here, I have a deaf accent and I may have a hard time pronouncing certain things throughout the video. If you have a hard time fully understanding me, please consider using closed captions as your guide. I'm just going to go briefly through the disclaimers and then we're going to jump straight to your reading. If you guys just want to go straight to your reading portion, you know the disclaimers, check the description, you'll find everything that you need to know. Disclaimer, all information I give during this recording is simply my intuition, my understanding, knowledge, information from the higher power. Please know that when I read tarot, my intuition will give the cards its meaning and not Google. Not everything in this reading is to resonate with everyone, so please take what does and leave the rest behind. You may not be ready or meant to hear it just yet. Please also keep in mind this is just for entertainment purposes only. And if you guys are, of course, interested in booking a reading with me, check the description below. I have my brand new booking algorithm, which you can book via online at the tip of your little fingertips. And also, I'll list my prices in the description below. All right, we're going to begin. As you see here on your screen right now, we have Power 1. We have Power 2. And we have Power 3. Pause the video if you need more time. If you are struggling a little bit, I'm going to put a little crystal on. I'll give you a moment, and I'll put some crystals. All right, so if you have not decided or you've been having trouble with this, rose quartz for power number 1. Opal for power number 2. And clear quartz for power number 3. If you are ready, you can go to the description. You can find your timestamp and to get your reading. If you need more time, pause the video. Feel what resonates with you or calls to you. If it does not resonate, maybe not be the power for you, so go back and pick another power. You can pick more than one if you like. This is just a weekly reading to tell you what your days ahead, your next 7 days are going to look like. Again, this is a timeless reading, so of course, yeah. Hi, Power 1. Welcome. So this is your reading for today. At the end of the reading, we're going to have your postcards. These are messages from you guys. 4 cards. Yes, so there are about 4 cards. I did not see any cards, so these are 4 cards. And so think about people that you want to really talk about or people you want a message from, either your spirit guides, your angels, anyone. They have a message for you. They will be in here, okay? So we have here the Light Series deck. If you're interested in knowing what kind of decks I've used in my video, I will put that in the description below. All right, so for the first card that we have here, the 7 of Swords, the Moon, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. All right, so what we have here is that this is you, right? This is you trying to get away, but I also feel like this is you for some of you guys. So there might be 2 different scenarios here for you. I feel like either this is you trying to get away from your shadow self, and this is you who you are right now is your shadow self. So I do feel like in a sense that you are kind of like screaming at someone. Maybe you're calling out for somebody specifically. I don't know exactly who though, but you are calling out for someone. Maybe like mommy, daddy as well. It may not be like definitive that you actually are calling for them. That might just be something that's going on subconsciously. You're undergoing a big change right now. I do feel like a lot of you guys have been very suicidal or have some form of depression as well. I do feel like some of you guys have tried to commit in some particular way or fashion. You may have tried to drown yourself because you've been howling and been on the dark side, but you don't realize that there are good people and people who are actually cheering you on. And here's you, just forgetting it all. And I just want you to know, if you need any help, just always seek medical advice or medical physician if you do need help, or a therapist. However, I do feel like you might need to be told right now that you are a very young and beautiful person, no matter who you are, whether male or female, and get LGBT. No matter who you are an amazing person. It's telling me here that you are gorgeous. You just don't see it yet. And that's part of your life journey. Your life journey is to explore the parts that makes you beautiful, but also explore the parts that others or society doesn't deem beautiful. We have here the Page of Cups. We do have here, this is you, and you're trying to ask for Jack, but in this case, I do feel like you are trying to hang yourself. You may have some cases where you guys are hanging yourself. I do feel like maybe you're doing this because maybe someone has said something that really hurts you. I also do have here you were trying to connect to something as well. I do feel like for some of you who don't resonate with the suicidal message, I do feel like a lot of you guys are undergoing an astral change, your astral projecting into the higher realm, and I just want to let you know you are succeeding at that. If you guys really want to figure out a way to help balance you out, because part of being suicidal is part of your chakras being imbalanced, and so one of the great ways I see here is a singing bowl. It's a great way. I also do see a lot of you guys do like a little teacup, like teacup animals, like, baby pigs and stuff like that. Do you feel like that is something that you love? I do feel like you are a male and a female, but like you are a male with colored hair and you're a woman with ginger hair. That could really be something different. Some of you guys do like to wear hoodies and sweatpants. We have here the Queen of Cups. We have here, you end up taking my advice within the next 7 days. You end up taking my advice and you start to feel more powerful. You start to feel more in alignment, right? We have here is all about your water and your emotion, like, right? Because we have here the moon. This is you drowning, right? You're drowning in water. You want unbalance. But here you are now, out of water, semi out of water, but yet you feel very balanced. You feel very in control of your life. And so that might be just a message that you may need to hear, that, just by doing a little bit of singing bowl and meditation, it might just balance out all your chakras. So we do have here the 8 of Swords, and we have almost every color of the chakras here. What is them reverse? Which tells me that maybe what you're experiencing may be something that you're experiencing on the inside. Your chakras are imbalanced, right? And I know I keep saying that. The reason why I'm saying is that you need to work on it. And so the best way to do it is go up on YouTube. The way I operate is the way I do this is go on YouTube, just like a meditation. Pick the ones where it's like a 333, 222, like numbers where it's even and the same, particularly because it's very angelic and it has angel numbers. And so if you've been seeing a number 555 on a frequent basis, you might want to go find a video with 555 in it, if you know what I mean. And so that is something I'm seeing here for you as well. Before we go to your postcard messages, we're going to have your archetype, which I will also put in the description below. What messages do you have? What additional messages do you have for Power One? Interesting. Okay, so you know how I talked about your shadow side? Well, you know how I also said that you're male and female? We do have here Shadow Queen, as well. So you guys are starting to see the dark side of the feminine side for you. And for some of you guys as well, you're starting to see the dark masculine side of you. Whether or not, now this does not necessarily mean your gender, it could be, but it could also necessarily mean like what the yin or yang, the masculine or feminine, who controls you, right? So for like some men, there's the feminine side that controls them, or it's the masculine. Same thing applies for women and people who are trans and non-binary. It's just had nothing to do with gender. This has to do with the energy, right? So I do feel here as well, there is the sense that you are in alignment with someone. I also do feel like you either met your soulmate who's also undergoing the same exact process, or you guys are very extremely toxic towards one another because you're undergoing such a hateful relationship that it is actually hurting you. However, you are a very beautiful person. You will end up getting air, which is kind of funny because you have here drowning, then you're semi up out of water, and then here you coming out of water into the air. So you're going to finally start breathing by the end of this 7 days. This is actually quite uplifting reading compared to where we first started. This is a very positive reading, so I am very happy with the outcome. Now we have here 4 postcards, and so I'm going to put them down right now. There's 4 of them. Hopefully you can see it. All right, I'm going to show you each one. We have the first postcard, right? This is a child, what's it called? Be Fabulous. We have the second one, which is an angel, a Cupid. Says be loved, with love, excuse me. Then we have here another angel, but more like aesthetic. It said with love, which you can closely see here. And for those of you guys who want to pick this one, which is postcard Hope Flows, which is another angel, which is this postcard. So there are 4 of these. You can pause the video to kind of figure out what one you want to read or what one really resonates with you. These are messages from your spirit guide. If you have specifically asked for people and called them in, well, these may be all for you. If you kind of feel picked apart, listen to your intuition, let that guide you, okay? Postcard number 1. For those of you guys who have chosen postcard number 1, it says, Dear you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiven. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a quote, this for that. In your exchange with others, you are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so very much. And if you kind of struggle to try to figure out what I was saying, you could pause the screen right now to see it. For those of you guys who picked postcard number 2, this is your reading. This is the message that they have for you. Dearest you, selfless giving is an exterior so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living, excuse me. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of debt, release an obligation, or do solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seamlessly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you shall experience. We all know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, just not give. We love you so very much over here. This is honestly astonishing that it's almost practically the same exact message. Chosen postcard number 3. Your message is, dearest you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You are not heard or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that an abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected so better than can replace what you wouldn't have worked for in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you are unique, spark of the universe, and always connected to the light and to the source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep faith. Love you always and forever. So that is the message for those of you guys who chosen postcard number 3. Again, you can pause the video or screenshot if you would like. For those of you guys who chosen postcard number 4, dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness, quote, out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What makes you is pure joy, and every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have a joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, and cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being in action will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump in, jump into it all, and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here. So that is for those of you guys who chosen postcard number 4. You guys can pause the screen or screenshot if you would like. This is also, I did get the message that some of you guys may be becoming a celebrity. So if you guys are doing something like music, art, or actor, whatever it is that may get you some sense of fame, that is something that may be happening in the future. So there's that. Well, if you guys do like this, let me know in the comment section below if it does resonate. I do hope you guys do enjoy this. Thank you, and come back again and share this video if you do enjoy it. And yeah, I hope it resonates. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, Power 2. Welcome. This is your Power. This is Opal. Okay, so for your first prize here, we're gonna keep this to the side. This is your life purpose. When we ask them what your life purpose is at the end of the video, we're gonna have here. We have your Rider Waite Tower deck. If you're wondering what kind of cards I'm using in this part, you can check the description below. So this is your weekly reading for what you need to expect for the next 7 days. Okay, so we have here the King of Pentacles, right? This is in reverse, which tells me that you guys are undergoing some financial hardship. I also feel like a lot of you guys are right now currently suffering from eating. You may be having some eating disorders. I do feel like as if some of you guys may not be able to eat anything because of the economic situation that have plagued your family and you. I do feel like while you guys work a minimum wage job and that you're unable to be happy or have that social life that you really want or desire. I do feel like a lot of you guys as well, when you were in school, you may have some hardship growing up or making friends. We do have here in the future though that you are going to meet your soulmate. I have felt like you haven't met your soulmate yet. So if you have been thinking whether or not you're going to meet your soulmate or you think that you have not. But you will end up meeting someone in the future. I do have here as well. I do feel like you are a male. You are also a female. I also do feel like some of you guys also identify as non-binary. We have here as well. We have the Empress. Or it also does feel like a lot of you guys don't have a label at all. We do have here the Empress card in reverse, which tells me that you haven't been able to come to the realization of who exactly you are specifically. And I think that makes a lot of sense here because it feels like right now you're undergoing a change and you're questioning everything. You're questioning your stuff. You're questioning the world. You're questioning everything that you believe. Okay, that was crazy. What other messages do we need to know about Power number 2? Anything else, spirits and angels? Anything else? Anything else for Power number 2 that we need to know, spirits and angels? So I'm just currently looking right now. This is quite interesting to say the least. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of you guys either do theater, and you're also very creative and artistic in some degree or fashion. But we have here secret love. I feel like a lot of you guys are unable to have that secret love with someone, particularly because you don't know quite yet who you are with. I do feel like a lot of you guys are going out and about and experimenting with other people, whether that means sexually or non-sexually, that means dating, relating, or whatever it is, or asking questions. You are experimenting. We do have here, you are a Gemini. So you are a little two-faced at times. And so you kind of need to feel and put off this. You oftentimes feel that you need to kind of put on this image. I do feel like, again, a lot of you guys are LGBTQ here. I do feel like you feel like you have to put on this image that you can't let people see who you really are. I think you're very mysterious, but at the same time, you're very vulnerable, but you want to be vulnerable with the person that you really love. And I feel like that is why you're very two-faced at times. You have here, you are very creative. You are very intelligent in what you do. The way that you express yourself is through creativity. So anything that involves art or any sort of form of it, it's the best way for anyone to communicate to you. So if someone is trying to learn who you are specifically, they would need to be practically, this took the words out of my mouth, a detective. They would have to try and really understand who you are and what makes you you, right? This is quite interesting to say the least. I do feel like a lot of you guys do stalk people's profile pictures. Like you watch their social media platform. We have here yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercise. I do feel like you guys are very new to the psychic world or the spiritual world, and you're kind of understanding you need help. So if you ever need help, you feel free to comment in the description below or feel free to email me. I'm more than happy to help guide you. We do have here yoga, which tells me you might want to start doing yoga. You might want to start meditating because that'll be really good for grounding, and it will also enhance your ability to be more creative when it comes to certain projects. We have here as well as we have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. We have an angel behind this little girl while she writes. And basically what it's basically telling me here, that a lot of you guys are going to be authors. I do feel like you are either like a poet, You like to do poetry or poem potentially. I do feel like you oftentimes like to spend your time either like in the Starbucks or Barnes and Noble, where you like to read and also to write. And your angels and guides are trying to tell you that one of the best things that you could possibly do right now. Also heard angel English major, so you might be pursuing an English major, or you should be, in case you've been looking for a sign. This may be a sign for you. It does feel like as if you know, your book, when you write a book about your biography, it's gonna really talk about everything, and it's really gonna inspire a lot of people. We do have fear as well. We do have freedom in reverse. You're free to do what you choose. You are on a divine path, which tells me that you don't have a choice. They will put you on this path. And so, we always speak about free will of choice here, and everyone always talks about free will of choice. That is completely true, and I do agree with that. But in your particular case, came down here and you already agreed to it, which means that something that you do on this earth are not by your choices, but by what you're forced to agree to. So I do feel like you don't have that full sense of freedom, particularly because you agreed to give that away in your soul contract. So that is what I'm seeing for power number 2. I hope this does resonate. Let me know in the comment section below. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, you guys can find everything in the description below. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you, and good night. Hello, pile 3. This is your pile number 3. And so we have here, we have your Akashic Records messages in here. We're gonna save that to the side to the end of the reading. So we have here, let's see what you guys want you to know for your next 7 days and what it's gonna look like. Interesting. Okay. We need a little bit more context here, so we're gonna be using that. So Spirits and Angels, tell me, what other messages do we have that is needed for power number 3? What does power 3 need to know? Okay. Interesting. Okay, what else? Anything? Oh, you guys are very artistic. This entire reading has been very artistic. Yep. Okay, interesting. I apologize for that, by the way. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, right? And so basically what this is talking about right now is that you guys are undergoing a big change. You are starting to really true and idealize what it is that you really want. I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to, or you're applying to, or you're already currently in New York University, or you're in some sort of art school, in some degree of fashion. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse was telling me that this is something that you felt like has been stopping you, like people have been trying to stop you from pursuing your dream, particularly because maybe there may not be money in it, maybe because it's too saturated. Do what you need to do. Your guides are with you. They are there. You will end up finding a lot of money. You will end up having a stream of income. Right now, you're going to be poor when you do start. You are going to struggle for quite a while. Remember, a lot of people who are famous now struggled when they were younger. So you will end up acquiring this large mass of money, but it's going to take from the bottom up. You need to build that large stream of income. You have here as well the 4 of Wands, the dream home. You are going to achieve it. But I also get the sense that I saw this, I was like, oh, the Oscars. You guys are going to go to the Oscars. Whether or not you are physically going to be one of those people who are going to get the Oscar nomination, or you might be one of those people who are going to end up, you're going to be one of those people who are going to be watching it on the sidelines, so to speak. We have here the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in reverse, which tells me this is not your time yet, honey. So do not worry. You are going to experience this. You are going to achieve it. But right now, don't worry about when it is going to happen, but worry about when you can make it happen. That is what you guys really want you to know and what want you to focus on for the next 7 days and into the future. You have here a lot of you guys that also got a sense of Dancing with the Stars, even America Got Talent, British Got Talent, and Australia Got Talent. And also heard Austria Got Talent as well. You guys are performers. You are actors. You are creative people with creative intentions. I did get the feeling that you either came from Power 1 or Power 2, and this is your second power that you chose. I do feel like as well that you are undergoing a big change. Right now, you're currently hiding your face. You might end up pursuing something very similar to the singer or music singer Sia, where she covers her face so no one knows, or even Marshmallow. as well. We do have here, for some of you guys who may not resonate with performer, you may have this artistic ability to be able to draw realistic things. I do feel like in some degree that you might even be astrologers or meteorologists or something along those lines when it comes to weather that's uncontrollable outside of Earth's atmosphere. We do have here as well, some of you guys might be a lawyer, you might be pursuing a lawyer dream of some sort. You are going to be that person that types that likes to bring liberty for those who need it. You like to fight for justice, and you like to keep the balance equal. You like to make sure that it's fair for everyone. You are a Libra, or some of you may be a Libra. You may have Libra in your charts, and you also go blinded in because you feel like the best way to win a case is to go blind. Basically, I don't know what it is, why that is, but some of you guys may actually be blind. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting for this. Let's talk about your Akashic record. So the first card that we have here is the Wintered Wing Message. You have passion coming in, right? We have this eagle leaving with the scroll, but here we have an angel with a dove coming into the table right here. They're gonna drop a message for you. So there is a message coming for you. Whether within the next couple of days, if you feel like some of you guys are waiting on college applications, we do have here the King of Forces. I do feel like you are not the type of person anyone wants to mess with. You shall not be messed with. You are that type of person is very down to earth with nature. You are connected to Mother Nation. That's very crucial, especially within the universe, especially if you want to pursue something like justice. We do have here this, if you don't resonate with any jobs, you may also be an architect. You might be someone who creates blueprints. Maybe you might be leading the way for how to form or create brand new justice for all. You could be talking about, you could be creating a brand new way of streaming, maybe even like a brand new way of acting. Maybe you might help people get there. You might be a manager even. We also have an artist which tells you might change perspective, the way we view art going in the future. We do have here, some of you guys are looking for treasure, whether that means treasure from within you, whether that means like trying to find out who you are and what your life purpose is on this earth, or it could be like actual legitimate treasure, like materialistic thing, trying to uncover what has been hidden for so long, whether that's by nature or that's by humanity or humans. We do have here, your guys want me to tell you that life is like a chess game. You make the right move and you will succeed. But currently, right now, we have the patriarchal system in place. So the best way to get ahead is act as if it's a chess game. If you know how to play chess, you shall succeed. I don't know how to play chess, but if you do, you might have a leg up on this. Because remember, when you do this, you're going to need to know chess. Because a lot of people in positions of power, whether it's celebrity or political, you're going to need to know how to play chess. Because that is a popular game that they play. We also have here some of you guys end up going to be caught in the ruins. And that's ironic because some of you guys are looking at your treasure, but this is also talking about, you're going to end up being jailed, particularly because you're outspoken, right? You're going to be a horsey, someone who speaks out against the norm, someone who speaks out against it. You're going to have a lot of backlash. It's like that type of person who speaks out for those who need it, but end up being penalized during that time, but end up being proven right at a later time. And the same thing for a great example of this would be Nikola Tesla. So there's that. I do hope you guys enjoyed this reading, pile number 3. If you guys are interested in booking another reading with me, you can find everything in the description below, along with what deck I used in this entire video. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you and good night. Bye.